How to create a formula for every row in a column in Google Spreadsheet. I use 3 columns: A, B and C. In column C I have a formula every row, equals A1, 1.6B1, and then for the next row I have, equals A2, 1.6B2, and C2. How can I do so I don't have to type in the new formula in column C for every row? I use it in both Google Docs Spreadsheet and OpenOffice Spreadsheet.
Using the mouse. Click the cell whose formula you want to repeat. A dark square handle will appear in the lower right corner. Click and drag that handle, dragging down the column, or right across the row. You can also double-click the handle to autofill. Stop at the last cell you wish to fill. Using the keyboard, move the cursor to the cell whose formula you want to repeat. Hold Shift. While holding, press down repeatedly to select the rest of the range of cells you want to fill. When you reach the bottom, release Shift then press Ctrl+D. Use Ctrl+R if you're filling to the right. Using this method also preserves notes, unlike the mouse solution. In both cases what you're doing is called filling. It is supported by every spreadsheet program.
An even easier solution in Google Sheets would be to enter this formula in C1. It automatically propagates to subsequent rows if a value is entered in column A, removing the need to copy it to each row. In fact, if you copied it to C2, it would be automatically overwritten by the continuation of the formula in C1. The important part is the column A and column B, which specify you'd like to include these entire columns in your formula. This means you can apply the single cell formula, equals A5, 1.6B5, to entire columns with. Note that this yields bad results where A and B are missing values, so we wrap it in an if statement, see above, to show nothing when there are no values. You could also use if error to handle bad results.
The suggested answers work well for small sheets, but I had thousands of rows and using the mouse or the keyboard to select them was simply too time consuming. The array formula method works, but it's complicated, forces me to rewrite formula style and consider possible errors. The solution is so simple it can be done in 2 seconds. Write your new formula in the first cell. Click on the cell, press Ctrl+C, copy the cell. Click on the column header, for example A, to select the whole column. Ctrl+V and GT, paste the cell formula into the whole column. Profit.
Here is another way. Go ahead and delete all the formulas that are in there right now. Then type in the formula in C1 having it correspond to A1 and B1 and hit enter. So now the correct formula is just in C1. Now click the C1 box. A bounding box will appear. The bottom right corner of this bounding box has a dark square. Double-click this square and the formula will fill down. You will notice C2 corresponds to A2 and B2 and so on. If this is what you need and I am understanding correctly,
you want to avoid the channel, please consider subscribing.